We're a young couple that lives together. And this is everything that we do. But I'm sick today, so I can't really help him. You've literally never helped. I'll be back with breakfast in a sec. I already had my regular 6-egg breakfast, so this is for the person who slept in. I heard that. Oh my god. For breakfast today, we're having Japanese pancakes. But you know I have to add a touch of Canada. Is it all? Do this. Touch your nose. Jack, what are you doing? Jack, do you think my sister would answer while she's at school? I'm in school right now, and I'm going to life. Let me call her. If she answers, I'm calling mom. Hello? You're supposed to be at school. No, I am at school. You're skipping class. I'm telling mom. Please don't. If this gets 6,000-7,000 likes, I'm not gonna tell mom. Yay! All right, let's call mom and tell her. I just called her. She's skipping class right now. Jack, do you think my sister would answer while she's at school? I'm in school right now, and I'm going to life. Let me call.
Take off my makeup with me. But first, let's all have
Acting like
my son is pop.
So I fixed up the doors on my Lego refrigerator, but it's still dispensing black and orange ice. It kind of smells funny, and it's been making weird noises. That can't be good. Let's do a little more makeup.
Remember when Ferran's bike got destroyed by a random guy? I'm not gonna lie, I left a little scratch. I'm so sorry.
Literally just powder coated my bike. What do you mean it's not safe? Listen. You have to go. You're leaving the house. You're leaving. It's our house. No, it's not our house. It's my house, and you're leaving. Hey, I'm your sister. If he leaves, I leave. Okay? He's my family too. At this point, honestly, I don't even care. Both of you guys can leave. Fine. Then we're both leaving. Let's go.
If you look for a life answer, remember when Ferran's bike got destroyed by a random guy? Remember when Ferran's bike got destroyed by a random guy? Remember when Ferran found 2 puppies at his door? Remember when Ferran's room got destroyed by random girls?
Guys, everybody stop.
Remember when Ferran's shoes got destroyed by a random girl? Remember when Ferran's bike got stolen?
So someone here last night, they took your bike.
Remember when Ferran's bike got destroyed by a Remember when Ferran tried to escape from his family?
Hey, what are you doing? Why'd you come over here without telling me?
Remember when Ferran destroyed his house just to prank his mom?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Remember when Ferran's mom destroyed his clothes just for a prank? Remember when Ariana Grande surprised Ferran on Valentine's Day?
Are you ready for the best surprise?
Remember when Ferran's phone got destroyed just for a prank? Remember when Ferran turned into a giant teddy bear to prank his family? Remember when Ferran destroyed his dad's PC just to prank him?
I woke up at a sleepover and realized I had 2 hours to save my entire reputation before anyone else woke up. I reached down and touched the fabric and realized I had wet the bed. I lay there completely still, listening to 4 other guys breathing around me in the dark. It was 5 a.m. If anyone woke up before I fixed this, I would have to switch schools. My backpack was next to the couch. I got to it on my hands and knees, moving so slow my arms started shaking, and unzipped it 1 inch at a time. I pulled out my backup pajamas, and then Brandon sat straight up, not rolled over, sat up. I froze with the backpack pressed to my chest. He swung his legs off the couch, stood up, and walked right past me. His foot landed maybe 4 inches from my hand. I didn't breathe. He kept walking, opened the bathroom door, and I heard him pee for what felt like a year. I finally heard his footsteps coming back. I stared at the carpet and prayed he wouldn't look down. He didn't. He flopped back onto the couch, and within 30 seconds, he was snoring again. I sat there shaking for a full minute before I could move. I tiptoed to the bathroom, changed into my backup pajamas, and stuffed the wet clothes into a plastic grocery bag from under the sink. Back in the living room, I grabbed the sleeping bag from the bottom and started dragging it toward the hallway. It made a soft shushing sound across the carpet, and I stopped every 2 seconds, certain someone would hear. Halfway across the room, Josh's phone lit up right next to his head, making his whole face blue. I froze again. He muttered something, rolled over, and the screen went dark. I waited a full minute before I moved another inch. I got the sleeping bag into the laundry room, stuffed it into the machine with the grocery bag of wet clothes, and turned the dial as slow as I could. The click sounded like a door slamming. I turned it 1 more notch, and the machine started filling with water, and I exhaled for what felt like the first time in an hour. Then the hallway light came on. Josh's mom was standing at the other end of the hall in a robe, arms crossed, looking right at me. I opened my mouth. I spilled milk on my sleeping bag and didn't want it to sit overnight and smell. She didn't say anything for a long second. She just looked at me. Then she walked past me into the laundry room, opened the cabinet above the machine, pulled down a bottle of detergent I hadn't seen, and set it on top of the dryer. Use this one, she said. It works better on accidents. Then she pointed at a closet behind me and said there was an extra blanket in there, turned off the light, and went back to her room. I poured the detergent in. I got the blanket, went back to the living room, and laid down. Brandon was on his back, snoring. Josh hadn't moved. Only one person knew, and she wasn't going to say a word. I woke up at a sleepover.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Hurry up and blow the candles. And don't forget to make a wish.
Okay, I wish. Mom, why are you crying? Miss who? What's going on?
I miss him so much. Excuse me.
Mom, what are you doing? Dad,
Skip this video if you don't love your mother. Which place would you choose?
Michael Jackson used to visit hospitals quietly without telling anyone. You see, he would walk into children's rooms with gifts, toys, and sometimes even just to sit and talk. Many of the kids didn't even recognize him at first. But one day, a little girl told him that her dream was to stand on stage with Michael Jackson. He didn't forget that, so months later, he invited her to his concert and brought her on stage to perform with him. Michael
Here.
Jackson...
I have an urgent
What?
business.
We got a half hour.
Thank you, Mom. Bye-bye.
Which of you has the strongest punch? First up, we got steak. Oh! Hey, that's pretty good. Next up is baby food. Are you okay? Oh. Next up, we got Kayla. Oh! Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Yay! All right, Fulton, your turn. Oh. Let's go, BB. Oh! Which of you has the strongest punch? First up, we got steak. Oh! Oh! Hey, that's it. My favorite robot. Okay. Yes, here we go. All right, Medic. Let's see how much more they got. It's not working. It's the defending champions taking away.
My name is Mushroom Taylor. You are a strange kid. They hate me already. I'm out of here. Excuse me. Have you seen my sister Stephanie Tanner? I don't know about this.
All the knives I've collected across the centuries.
Another thing we're going to be doing is
breaking the class into discussion groups. And here's our first discovery. Stephanie, would you like to introduce us to your guest? Hi. No. Stay there.
Stay there.
Take the mic off.
Take the mic off. English or Spanish?
You need to get out of here.
Police right here? Come on, I don't like being a soldier.
Fair enough.
I punched the autistic kid at school. My little sister transferred here after being bullied so badly at her last school. She stopped talking for 2 months. The night before, my mom pulled me aside. If anything happens to her here, I'm pulling her out for good. On her first day, I saw Terrence grab a girl and shove her face into a water fountain. A teacher ran over, but Terrence started rocking. I can't help it. I have autism. She walked away. The girl lost 2 teeth, and nobody did anything. Then Terrence noticed my sister. I turned a corner.
Times Michael Jackson couldn't stop laughing, starting when some fans tried to imitate Michael. When one of them did the famous dance, the real Michael almost died of laughter.
Real Michael Jackson, please stand for me.
Michael really liked swimming because he kept getting pushed into the swimming pool by little kids. But the funniest one is when Michael was climbing a tree. A reporter asked him something, and his response was hilarious. Times Michael Jackson.
She only asked for one car, but an entire parade showed up. In 2025 in Florida, a mother made a small online request to surprise her 4-year-old son on his birthday. The little boy was obsessed with Lamborghinis and Porsches, and she hoped maybe 1 or 2 owners might drive past their house to make her smile. But the internet had other plans. Within just hours, nearly 100 strangers responded. What started as a simple favor quickly turned into something unbelievable. A local car enthusiast helped organize everything. Police escorts arrived, and luxury supercars began filling the city like a real-life parade. Then something unforgettable happened. But first, if you love money more than your mom, ignore that. But if you love your mom more than that, hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, also comment, I love you. The celebration didn't end after 1 day. Drivers kept arriving for 2 straight days. The little boy stood outside, surrounded by the exact cars he had always dreamed about, watching his imagination come to life right in front of him. When videos of the moment spread online, it exploded to more than 21 million views, proving that complete strangers can sometimes create memories that a child will never forget. She only asked for one.
Jesse, what is 3 and 3 minus 2, Jesse? What do you think it is? It's 1. What's the 1 on the card? It's 3. Takes away fucking 2. It's 1 left. But if you take the 2 away, then there's only 3 left. Jesse, what is 11 minus 4?
He shoved the mascot aside before the photographer took his man of the match picture, making sure he got all of the attention. And the next few players who won the award did the exact same thing. So from that moment on, the mascot always stepped back, watching every photo happen without him. But when Ronaldo won man of the match, he called him over, put his arm around him, and made sure he finally got the attention he deserved. He shoved the mascot.
I knocked out the smallest, weakest kid in school. While I was bench pressing, he cracked my ribs with a 5-pound dumbbell and smiled. That was Chester. He was 4'11", 85 pounds, and was the worst bully I ever met. His 2 brothers were 6'6", 300 pounds of pure muscle. Nobody touched Chester because they were terrified of his big brothers. I told the teacher, but he never believed that Chester had the strength to actually hurt anyone. I I walked around with 2 cracked ribs for 3 months and couldn't laugh without wincing. A week later, my history teacher stepped out. Chester whispered into my ear, "Have you ever felt a tiger's claw?" Then he stabbed a pencil an inch deep into my back. I bled out onto the floor and everyone gasped. I needed 7 stitches. My teacher asked the class if anyone saw it. Every single student looked away. Chester smiled again. He was loving this power. PE baseball. Chester slammed a metal bat across my knee. I limped for a month. I still feel it when it rains. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone. I knew I had to handle this myself. So I started kickboxing. 5 days a week for 6 months straight. I sparred with semi-pros. Got beaten up badly at first. Then slowly started landing shots and earned their respect. I stored every one of Chester's hits in the back of my mind. I had a college scholarship and couldn't afford to risk losing it. So I waited for the last day of school. I walked up to him and said, "Hey Chester, have you ever felt a tiger's claw?" He looked confused. Before he could say a word, I threw everything. Punches, kicks, elbows, and laid him out on the concrete, unconscious, bleeding out of his smug face. A crowd gathered and went completely silent. Then his 2 brothers pushed through the crowd and got in my face. "Try that shit on us. Go ahead, try it." I looked up at both of them and said, "You might kill me, but I'll take one of you with me to the grave. I swear it." They went quiet, glanced at each other, then walked away. For as big as they were, they had never actually been tested. Chester had 17 broken bones and ate through a straw for 4 months. No charges were pressed.
This is my neighbor.
Didn't know Carter from Adam.
Carl, look out! Any kids in the house? Anybody in the house?
Surely.
Hey, anybody over there? Call the fire department, get them over as fast as possible.
Yes, indeed.
That's not gonna do
Pretty much
anything.
a choice the first time.
I don't think it's gonna do
I'll
much.
see the kid said
It's
his
kicked.
ass.
It's kicked. It's kicked.
You're calling
It's kicked. Turn the valve left.
Go.
Where are we going next? The firefighter now. Forget about motorcycles. Here's Fred. Come and see what kind of damage it is. Do you smoke cigarettes?
After my girlfriend and I came home from vacation, she said, "Someone..."
He jumped in front of a vicious dog to save his little sister. In 2020, in the United States,
Georgina was at her pregnancy checkup when doctors told her she was going to have twins. She happily shared this good news with Ronaldo. A few days later, after the delivery, Ronaldo and Junior rushed to the hospital. But when they got to the cradle, there was only one. Ronaldo asked where the second child was. Georgina sadly said they lost him. The next day, Georgina was happy with her baby, but Ronaldo was playing an intense match. And what he did after that was unbelievable. I'll show you. But first,
We've arrived in London, Germany, the most current location to Daniel Savage.
comment,
And by the way, Captain,
after
your first
scoring,
is needed
Ronaldo
in the
looked up
plane.
and said, "This is for you." Georgina was at her pregnancy checkup when doctors told her she was going to have twins. She happily shared this good news with Ronaldo. A few days later, after the delivery, Ronaldo and Junior rushed to the hospital. But when they looked into the cradle, there was only one. Ronaldo asked where the second child was, and Georgina sadly said they lost him. The next day, Georgina was happy with her baby, but Ronaldo was playing an intense match. He scored a very difficult goal, and what he did after that was unbelievable. I'll show you. But first, if you think
Time's up into the future way down and stuff with the fixer.
The ship is from the American future and has thus far been unsuccessful.
Andrew wouldn't survive the time.
My dad and I played catch every night until I almost stopped showing up. He'd come home from work, hang his keys on the hook by the door, grab his glove off the shelf and say, "Let's go." I'd grab mine and follow him out. We'd play in the front yard until Mom called us in for dinner. That catch was the only thing my dad and I did together, just the 2 of us. Then one Saturday, my friend Zach walked past my house, saw us in the yard and said, "Bro, you still play catch with your dad?" I laughed it off, but something landed wrong. By the end of that week, I decided I was too old for it. Monday night, Dad came up, rang his keys, grabbed his glove, and said, "Let's go." I told him I was good. He paused for a second, then said, "Okay," and went out alone. I didn't know it then, but that was the first night I picked anything over my dad. I watched him through the window. He stood in the yard for a minute with his glove on, looking around like he wasn't sure what to do, then walked over to the garage wall and started throwing the ball against it by himself. Next night, same thing. Then the whole rest of the week. By the second week, he stopped pausing when I told him no. By the third week, he stopped asking. He'd just come home, hang his keys, grabbed his glove, and head straight out the door alone. One night, I went into the kitchen for water, and
On
heard
my
him on
Bob's
the porch
Rocks.
with my mom. He was asking her if he should stop
Don't do
bringing
that.
the glove out. She told him to give me time.
What's
Said, "I
the
just
rapper doing on the floor? Pick it up.
That
talking
wasn't
about
me.
like it
That was a
over.
ghost.
I knew what I had to
Throw it
do.
in the garbage.
No, it was a ghost. You blew it away.
No, I'm gonna blow you away in a minute.
And I'm gonna throw you away. I'm not watching YouTube. I'm watching my Xbox.
Can't believe